just realized I've built walls a mile high to protect my heart, but now I'm all alone, stuck.
Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl Leah back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, is an apartment tour video. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while and you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, you know I already did one of these probably about a year ago. I did one of these, but I said my apartment at that time was at 80%. But I felt like I wanted to put out a video. You know, 2020 was a slow year, wasn't doing a lot of vacationing and all those types of things, so didn't have a lot of content to post. So I said, let me do my apartment tour then. But now I feel like my apartment is at 97.2% complete, so it's in a way better spot, and I really like the flow of what I have going on right now. So I wanted to do a quick little apartment tour. Now, again, I live in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and what was important to me about finding an apartment in Charlotte was, one, you get overdosed in Charlotte with the luxury apartments. Luxury apartments are great and all, but typically they start somewhere in the 15, 16s for a 2-bedroom. Luxury, I mean, we're talking high scale, we're talking about the view, we're talking about all glass. I was like, I'm not paying that. My budget was, I wanted to stay under $1,200, and I wanted 2 bedrooms because I do create content, and who knew I'd be working from home. And when I got this apartment, didn't know I'd be, you know, sitting here for a whole year. But at that time, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, and staying under 12 was important to me, and staying closer to work. I work in South Carolina, so being in South Charlotte-ish was important. So having said that, you know, the luxury apartments being at that $1,500 spot, my apartment doesn't have a lot of the bells and whistles that when you watch a lot of these apartment tours they have. You see people do elaborate luxury apartment tours, and they have the open spaces and the windows and the floor to ceiling windows, and everything looks grand and like it was built in 2019. My apartment was built 20 years ago. 20 years ago, which may not seem like, oh, that's not old, but in terms of apartment listings and the way Charlotte looks, if you look at a lot of the newer apartments in Charlotte built in the last 6 years, they all have a look about them. But my apartment, I think I got it modernized where it doesn't feel like it was in the early thousands when it was built. It feels like, you know, a little bit more modern. So I'm gonna take you guys along on this apartment tour. A lot of it, again, if you watch my last video, is gonna be very similar, but some things are changed. I'm gonna show you my patio, which was not shown in my last video as well. So let's just get started so you guys can see my space. So, of course, the first thing is the door. When you see my apartment, you come to the door, you knock on said door. This is what door I open. Then most of the time you got Winnie who comes to the door. And then off of that, we have the room I was just in, and it is my first bedroom. So it is my beauty room. Links for everything will be down below because, again, I filmed a similar video, so I already have those links. I'm probably just gonna copy and paste and just add a couple of things in there. But this is my beauty room slash office now. Again, when I got this apartment, it was just gonna be my filming space, my filming, you know, setup area, and now it has turned into my 9 to 5. I spend right here in this spot. So this is my first section. Now this apartment is toted as a, again, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, but if you see these doors, they are more den style. So the person who would have this room, if there were a person in this room, they wouldn't really have the ability to lock because these, again, are just den style doors. So they told it as maybe an office or a study type area. But again, it does have this desk already built in. It was like they knew, or maybe I subconsciously knew, because again, when I moved in, there was no working from home, but of course now there is, which worked really well for my monitors. Everything here is from work, so I can't link this. This is from, I brought it from my office to here. But this chair from Amazon, it has 2 drawers here. And then if you watch any of my sit down videos, you know I have my subscribe pillow, just this big fluffy pillow that's always been, even from my first house, this fluffy pillow has been part of my channel. So I decided to bring that in. And I just have bookshelf. I could do a little bit better with that aesthetically, but we're just gonna ignore that from now. And then you move from there to my plant stand. So I have my plants on here, a palm, a ficus, a succulent I made at the plant house, or that was made for me at the plant house, an ivy, and then I just have some garland that I originally put up here for Christmas, if you watch my Christmas decorate with me video, but then I just left it because it gave it a cute aesthetic, and then a closet. This closet is what brings the room and makes you remember that this is a 20-plus-year-old apartment. It's not the, you know, current apartment style of a lot of apartments. It's not like a normal door or anything like that. It's those kind of pulley doors that sometimes get off the track at times. Then you turn to the side and you have my beauty space. Now, I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. Winnie still wanting to be the star of the show here. Show him, Winnie, show him the space. I have just this I got from Home Goods, and then on top of that, just this clear acrylic that I saw in Target, and I was an impulse buy because I didn't know what I was gonna put in it. Still haven't put anything in it. I have this ZZ plant up here that is actually doing well. It's one of my OG plants that is actually flourishing and living its best life, besides my necklace rack, as well as my, I got my little Laura Mercier. They sent me this big puff and I didn't know what to do with it, so I left it there. My fragrances, my favorite fragrance, Romance, which this is a backup for Romance. I have the normal one. I have my makeup brushes. This holds like extra makeup, so like this is extra makeup that I have yet to utilize. Nail stuff, as well as like extra bags. Laura Mercier always sends me little bags when they send me PR makeup, which is nice, but that's what's kept in here. This is a dupe for the Alex drawer. So this is the Alex drawer from IKEA. This is from Amazon because IKEA just kept being out of the taller Alex drawers, but I saw this. Hard to put together, but when I got it, it was, I mean, very affordable. So really like that. As well as my desk, 2 Alex drawers, the shorter ones. My Mickey desk, which I've had since the first house, the very OG home. And you can kind of see it's been through some trials and tribulations, but nonetheless. Oh, and then me. Cheese. On the desk, I have my vanity. I got the vanity from IKEA. It's a very small vanity, as well as my IKEA mirrors to the side of it, as well as another Alex, and then I think that's the Mickey drawer. On top of that, or beside that, you see Pampas Grass. I got that from Etsy, on top of a stool that I got from Amazon in spray painted gold. My robot vacuum is there. Winnie does not like that when it's going, but got that from Amazon. And then my artwork, I get a lot of questions about this all the time, and you guys know Etsy. I got these 4 OG. These were the OG ones that I bought because they only had like 3 black women. I think it was Dorothy Dandridge, Diana Ross, which was fine because I love them. And then Eartha Kitt, I believe, was like the 3rd one they had. And then I realized that same site allows you to put whoever you want. You can submit your own photo. So that's when I got Diane Carroll, because I love Diane Carroll. So I got her. So you can submit anybody you want. I do believe mine are 28 by 19, but again, I'm linking everything down below in the description box so you can know the specific specs of this. And then we go to this. I got this from Big Lots, this little 6 storage unit bins, which I think is the same. I had this in my last video. I got the little inserts from Amazon that goes with it, T for my name. The things that have changed since, of course, my last video is I decided I needed a printer. So I did buy a printer for myself, and then I just put a whole bunch of paper down there. So not aesthetically pleasing, but functional for me because I do have to print my curtains, of course, put up through my DIY. If you saw my video on how I get curtains up, that is how I did these. I love my curtains. It brings in the space a little bit. Again, makes the apartment that is kind of old not seem as old, if you like. So again, that is that. I got this light from Target. Again, the other thing about bedrooms in the early thousands, they didn't feel like you needed overhead lights. So I don't have any lights. It looks so vibrant and light in here now. That's only because the sun is out. If the sun was not out, only light that I would have is that corner light, this light, and then I do have a light that I kind of put up above my computer. So that is kind of, again, another thing that makes you know this apartment is not that new. Just a regular, these are some of my like go-to pulls, my go-to finds, pieces, and then shoes. Could do a better job at organizing that, but these are like just outfits that I want to wear for this summer. I do have a hat wall. I put up my favorite fedoras on this wall. They're hanging up just by like command. You guys know this house is everything is hanging up by command in some form or fashion. So got that, as well as, you guys know I love my Hovet mirror from IKEA. It's the best floor to ceiling mirror that one could find. I mean, you're not gonna find a mirror, you will not, I'm telling you right now, you're not gonna find a mirror that is this tall. I believe what this is it 6 feet something or 70 inches? You're not gonna find a 70-inch mirror for 120. You're just not. So bite the bullet, go to IKEA, get the Hovet mirror, thank me later. So once you come off of the beauty room and you're back at the front door, we'll step back and you will see I have my little welcome sign. You guys know I've talked about this. I'm a habitual key loser, so the tile came in handy, but now I don't even find myself losing my keys that often because I always just hang them here. I know people have entry doors, you know, things, since the space doesn't have the capacity for that. This was very helpful, so just be careful about writing on this because once you write, they get kind of stuck. So it says that forever now, I guess. Beside that, I just have my closet. It is where I keep my linens and stuff because I don't have a linen closet. So my linens and like washcloths and all of that. And then off the side of that, we have the kitchen. Just a regular kitchen. And now they did upgrade the appliances in here to make it more modern, but there are some things, like if you look in that corner, what is even that give it that old feel. Also, my laundry is in there, so washer and dryer is in there. I have my dishwasher. And then they tried with the backsplash. I'm not the biggest fan of this backsplash, but I commend them for trying. And then I just have my curtains that I put up here, as well as this sink, this cabinetry. I got a gather sign that I was gonna hang on the wall, but when I got it from Etsy, realized it was too heavy to be on the wall. So now it is just up there. But overall, this is what my kitchen looks like. And now just gonna move on to the dining room. So right off the kitchen, coming off the kitchen, you have the dining area. And not much has really changed from the last house tour video. Table is from Big Lots and stools came with it. Don't know if they still have this set. The chairs that are actually at the table are from Amazon. Again, everything I am saying is going to be linked down below, so don't worry about that. Painting is still the same painting from the last time. The one thing that has really changed is probably the wallpaper. I do not believe I had this wallpaper up. If you saw my wallpaper video, you saw how I got this up. I made a whole video on how I put wallpaper in this space. So I got the wallpaper. That is probably the one main difference from the last video. Other than that, this space is pretty much the same. Bar cart from Amazon slash coffee cart. I guess for the most part it is very coffee centric. Got a couple of ones down at the bottom. One lone tequila. And beside that space, you guys know, is Winnie's area. Got her bone made from Etsy, of course, as well as her treats and toys, her little area. So off from Winnie's area, we turn slightly to the left and we have my living room. And just to give you guys kind of an overview, this is the living space. And now drilling deeper into the living room, on this first spot we have my end table. Got this from Amazon, a little basket. I have another basket under the other end table. And then on top, just Winnie's Crafts, as well as some plants. All plants in this home now, no matter how dingy or, you know, worn down they look, are real. So I have a Monstera and a palm there. Then we have my couch. My couch I got from Ashley Furniture. It's a sleeper couch, so it's a pull-out sleeper. When I got it, it was less than $500, so really affordable. I wanted a sleeper couch because I was like, oh, I'm gonna have friends over and all that. And again, for the last year, that hasn't been possible. But we also have planings above that from Amazon, as well as, again, My fiddle leaf fig ain't doing so well, y'all. But I'm like, new leaves are coming in so strong. The old leaves are like, bye, bye, girl, bye. So I'm like in a place where I'm like, do I want to replace them or do I just want to rock out with it? We'll see how that goes. And then another end table beside that is my little seat. I got the seat from IKEA. I got this ottoman that's in front of it that looks kind of like it goes with it. I don't know from this angle. It's right in front of the sun. You can see the difference in the colors. I got that from World Market. It's an ottoman. In that ottoman, I just keep all my extra like Bath and Body Works stuff, like so the wall refill plugs, as well as a watering container for my outdoor plants, which you'll see in one moment. Rug is from Rugs USA. And table is from IKEA. That table, little end table, is from IKEA as well. It's actually from the same, you know, IKEA has family names. It's from the same family name. So the table itself, $49. I think that table was $29.99. So I just wish they had IKEA end tables that went with it. It just doesn't make sense. Well, I have the coffee table, not the end tables, but it matches perfectly well from Amazon. Now turning from the end table, we have just Winnie's little chair that she literally never sits in, do you? Sit beside it, but you don't sit in it. Probably more so for cats, but I thought it was a cute little chill area, as well as have my television area. And I got the stand that it's on from Wayfair. If you follow my channel, you know the story behind that. If you follow my Instagram at LeahLaVon89, you know the story behind that and the trials and tribulations that came with it. It's got this ladder. I think that might not have been in my last video. It's a little blanket ladder. So let's actually go outside. So I'm gonna go out to the patio area so you guys can see that. Just a preview of it from the inside though. So this is my patio. If you watch my patio transformation video, you kind of already saw this. It did go through quite a fall with all the leaves and then quite a spring with all the pollen that hit it. But this is overall what it looks like. I had some pretty plants in there, but I'm thinking rabbits or something dug them up. So coming back from outside and then hitting next to the living room. My bedroom is right here, but the bathroom is right here. I do have that wallpaper again. This was my tester of the wallpaper. Before I went ham in my kitchen, I wanted to test it here first, and I liked it, so I put it there. Going into my bathroom, the one con I think is that my water heater is behind here. So if I open this disgusting door, this is where my water heater and I think rest of HVAC and stuff is there. So very much so dated. But when you come in, I think it's just a normal bathroom, nothing too fancy here. Now I did add this mirror here, or this mirror, I don't know, frame here that wasn't here in my last video. Let's do an angle from this side. I think this wall shelf was here. If not, I added that as well. But here's my toilet, bathroom. Because a lot of luxury apartments, if you see them, they have these mirror frames, which I think is really cute. Like, I think it really goes with that. But I ordered this custom. It was a site called Mirror Mates or whatever, just because I think, you know, sometimes these mirrors can have a look about them, and it was worth the price. I know it's like, I don't own this. This is my rental place. But again, you want to feel comfortable in the place that you rent. So I had no problem purchasing this Mirror Mates mirror. I do have a medicine cabinet right here. I also have wallpaper here as well, and then this Mighty shelf, or I think that's what it's called. Mighty shelf? Maybe I'm saying mighty because that is the quote on the photo, but I think these shelves are called like heavy duty mighty shelves, something of the sort. But I just have this wallpaper here. I didn't do the best job at it, but you know, it's a bathroom. Then coming from and off the bathroom, we have my bedroom. And so this is my bedroom. I I have fresh flowers throughout. If you saw in my kitchen, you saw in my beauty room, I love a good fresh flower, and I love a good white comforter. I think everything is pretty much the same from the last video. I think although I do have new side lamps from my last video, you saw I had taller lamps. I realized shorter and more transparent is better to go. Bed's pretty much the same. I had a white-ish comforter with a pattern. Now I have just a plain white comforter, really duvet that I really love. The difference over here, I did change the handles on my dresser. Also, I still haven't figured out what to do with cords over here, so maybe a box, maybe something. There's something I can come up with that can kind of cover that. But over here, I did change the handles. I got this from IKEA. And I really think the handles like upgraded the whole situation. Now it looks like a totally different, oh, and I have a new TV. My TV's bigger too. But other than that, the handles on this, you get this from IKEA. I think it's like $130 something, I don't know. Change out those handles. I'll leave the handles I got from Amazon down below. Change them out because again, it changes the whole game when it comes to this dresser. And then beside that, I just have the mirror that I've always had. It's been in like all my apartments. It's from like my great aunt's house. And then an ottoman that it's on top of. And then my curtains from my infamous, most popular video on this channel, my hanging up DIY curtains. To see how I got any of the curtains that are in my home from my living room to here, there is a video. 2 end tables are from Home Goods. Wall art is like everything else from Amazon. Also on this side of my wall, almost forgot to show you this side of my wall. It's my closet. It is just a regular closet. It is probably the least organized that it's ever been, so I'm not going to show you that. But again, another thing that makes this apartment the age that it is the doors on this. But that is overall the bedroom. So that was it. That was the home tour. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know when I search YouTube and I watch videos like this, I'm enthralled. But half the time I have to realize some of the apartments I watch are already luxury to begin with. They already have the floor to ceiling windows. They already have the stainless steel 2-door open refrigerator. They already have the marble and all the white countertops and all that stuff already. But they also are like $2,100. So being within budget, I had to make it luxury for me. You know, I'm not gonna get the floor to ceiling windows, but I did what I wanted to do in an apartment that again is over 21, 22 years old. If you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed what I presented today, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Even if you didn't, why would you give it a thumbs down? Like, what about this is thumbs downable? But thumbs down if you must. Make sure that you guys are subscribed to me if you want to see more content from me, and make sure that you guys are following me on Instagram at LeaLavon89 so you can keep up with my shenanigans in real time. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.